Last time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. My bracelet's reacting again.
What's it, Apollo? Is your arm dildo vibrating?
Hey guys, right in here, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Last time, all we pretty much did was get to almost the end of this case, and I kind of stopped at a silly point, but the episode was getting a bit long. But anyways, we're trying to figure out where the killer was located. Now, it's kind of obvious if you think about it, because Mr. Wesley yelled at this guy, and he's like, "Stop, in the name of science, blah, blah, blah," and then he turned right, and he's like, "What?" And then the only way he could have gotten shot in the right temple, if this testimony was true, is if someone was inside this cart. Which makes me believe something kind of weird now that I think about it. If someone got in this cart, and I mean there's the footprint over here, and there's two questions I'm hoping they're not going to ask. One question I'm hoping they're not going to ask is, why is there only one footprint there? Have you ever thought about the fact that someone stepped here, and then used this foot to propel themselves into the cart? That seems like some common logic, and I hope they really don't skip over that. And then on top of that, is this side of the cart full off? Because I think it would all be open. What if this side of the cart is not hollow, and it's like, oh, there's a giant bullet hole in this side of the cart the analytics team just missed? That's a little ridiculous. But we'll see. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What? What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. I wouldn't say from the beginning, but seemed pretty sketch. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men, who were oddly white, had no faces, and extremely long pointy noses. Look at that gesture. He's like, "Stop, man with the gun. I'm not sure if you know this, but us higher intellectuals realize that shooting someone in the face is illegal." He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And then he turned his head to the right, and the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no! Oh yeah, Kool-Aid. Which direction was his right temple facing at the moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying that the killer was the noodle stand? No, Mr. Judge. The killer was the bowl. No, please. It was a chopstick. Oh god, just let me explain. The killer was inside the noodle stand. Ugh, gotta get this angst off. Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm not contributing this conversation whatsoever. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along. Objection. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Oh, try to pull it back? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We've not come this far to talk about possibilities. Oh, I gotta hit this. Will you stop hitting that damn wall? There's such a fine polish on it, and you're ruining it all. Let's talk about proof, baby. So, as I said in the last episode, and I said it several times, Clavier is just straight up Dante. Now that I think about it, I believe Ace Attorney is a Capcom-made game, meaning that Clavier and his brother could very well be an homage to Dante and Virgil, which would be really, really cool. I mean, even the personalities match up, the color schemes match up. It's really, really neat when you think about it. But you'd have to know Devil May Cry in the first place to understand what I'm talking about right now, so if you don't, it's fine. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, too bad. You thought I wasn't that stupid, but I'm even stupider than you thought. I've got it right here. I love that well, too bad I just gave up. Intriguing, let's see what you've got. Show us some proof that someone was hiding in that noodle stand. The slippers, right? Yeah, okay, I was right. the Maractus Clinic, and they are covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene, and a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. I don't know what sounds you'd make. Oh, what? You want to fight back, Clavier? Yet there was only one slipper mark found at this... Oh my god, they're asking the question. There's only one slipper mark because you only need one foot to propel yourself into the cart. Because it appears that they couldn't take shoe marks off of the concrete for whatever reason. Which is kind of odd, but I imagine they'd be trampled all over and things like that. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path. I guess if it was dirty, wouldn't it? I don't know. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, ja? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. I love how Apollo's just like, yeah, that's pretty dumb. Oh, one more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to hide in there. Ooh, you have a point. Oh. That's what... Oh, I get it. I completely get it. Maybe. So this is my theory right now. So, the doctor... Or the Maractus Clinic doctor... How am I even forgetting his name? Dr. Maractus, I guess his name was? Yeah, Pal Maractus. So, it could have been that Pal Maractus and Alita Tiala are working together. I'm not sure what stake he would have in it, but it could be that he cleared out all of those bowls that were in his office. They weren't in his office, but in the front part of the lobby, there were a bunch of bowls stacked up on top of each other. So that's where the bowls went, so there's tons of room. And if he cleared out all those purposely so she could crawl in, it could have been a joint effort in that case, and then she somehow made a mistake and shot him, but that just doesn't sound viable. So all I know is that it's because they cleared out all the noodle bowls early for some reason. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one piece of our evidence.
In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in that stand. I don't know what I'm supposed to present. The noodle bowl? How do I thought we... Oh, you know what? The noodle bowl was outside on the ground, wasn't it? I'll try this, and I'm just gonna hope it works. Oh, thank God. Thank God. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? Hey, look, there's a little smiley face on the bottom. Focus, Judge, focus. We don't have time for this right now. We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of Maractus Clinic. Yep, that's what I was thinking. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldoon was very clear about these bowls. Whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too, noodle. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside the noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! You know, her breakdown's pretty calm so far. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. Jesus. You don't have to, hurt the guy. He's still here, I think. Or did the, security drag him out? I don't know. I would like to remind the witness of our current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
What's your problem? Then please pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. I really wonder why whatever's happening is happening.
That night I went to ask Dr. Maractus for his chart, or for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and I went home. All I did was talk to him.
All you did was talk to him. So you knew about the botched operation. You tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over.
Yeah, this is kind of scary. I'm going to read through these before I start pressing any of them.
Oh, odd. I can now use the little ring at any time. I had no intention of ever letting...
I don't see any weird movements or anything. I'm just looking for movements real quick so I can... For some reason he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and I went home. Only in the first statement is she doing that thing with her ring again. I felt it respond.
I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. Wow, you're so cool. I wish I could have a vibrating arm dildo just like you.
Time to proceed with the truth. Here comes justice. Alright, let's look for the truth. This is the only one where she's doing that ring thing, possibly. Then I went to ask Dr. Maractus. I don't think it's this one. She's not doing anything weird. For the chart. Nope, she's not lying on that one. Here again. I didn't hear the first part, so... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna skip past this. Because she's not lying about this part. Stop. Okay, well... You're guilty on that account, at least. Or you're not guilty. As I should say. I had no intention of ever letting the Kataki fall into the Kataki family hands. But Maractus didn't understand. For some reason he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and I went home. All I did was talk to him. Okay, well I guess I'll just have to look at all the different statements because she only has 3 different animations total. I had no intention... Could this be the lie? I don't know.
Ow, wow, wow.
That just looks so funny to me. What's her other hand doing? It's clutching her side, so nothing notable there. I don't see her doing anything here. I'm trying to keep a close eye on everything, but it doesn't even... She doesn't even look like she's doing anything weird. So it has to be the one where her hands are together, I guess. That's my only thing I can think of. Like this. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason he thought the Katakis had sent me. It has to be the statement, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. I feel like it has to be this one. I'm going to look at this extremely carefully. Nothing. Oh, she's tugging on it. Yes. Gotcha. Oh, I can't believe I got that first try. I cannot believe I got that first try. Oh my goodness, it's such a slight tiny thing. All these movements that people have been doing so far are utterly gigantic in comparison to that tiny one. All I did was talk and lie. Well, what? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. You can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hoped. It feels a little weird, the fact that the only way Apollo can use this kind of power is straight up tell them, like, when you do this, you itch your face. When you do this, you blink a lot. Like, it just makes them freak out, I guess? You could bluff in almost everything, but whatever. I don't know, the ability just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies, 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Bullet? Do I present the bullet again? I don't think so. The lamp? I mean, the lamp is the only thing in the office we haven't talked about at all. I just want to look at it one more time and make sure. I know they said something about it having a red splotch on the cord, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to signify. Unless she touched that after she killed him, but that doesn't really make any sense either, does it? Nothing really makes sense anymore. Check. Or present, I guess? Please don't be. Oh, wow. On a roll today. What's that? You're touching your scarf again. Oh, she looks super nervous. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles, this nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf. What? Remove your scarf? What? Oh, well, I figured something out, I guess. I don't honestly know what it is, but we figured it out. I'm gonna laugh. She's hiding the gun in her scarf, and that's what this is. Objection! You can't ask a girl to strip, only I can. This is trivial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target. Oh yeah, let's go, Apollo. Pull it back. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it! This is insane! I'm an unrelated third party.
You can't order me to remove my clothing?
Miss Tiala, I could tell you to do whatever the hell I want you to do. This is my court. If I tell you to dance around like a clown while I shoot at you, then you can do that. I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No. Oh, this is just like the case from the second game with the wheelchair dude, where the crucial piece of evidence is right there with him. I don't particularly like that case, and I don't think a whole lot of people do. I think a lot of people actually dislike it. But it was one of those first cases where everything that happened is just, it's such a sad incident. The murder weapon is just in such a weird place that you never expect. I think the second game did a lot of very innovative things, in my opinion, but that's just me. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Tiala? What? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something... Oh, wait, was he trying to strangle her with the cord? Is that what happened? Oh, is that what was going on? She wanted to get the stuff back because she knew about it. She probably threatened to, like, tell the Katakis about what happened or whatever, and then he tried to kill her, and then something happened that caused her to come back and kill him? I'm very unsure at this point still. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You need to get that chart back no matter what, or you needed to get that chart back no matter what. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it.
But wait! Looking at this lamp on the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Oh, so I was right. Whoa, what's with that helicopter sound? Alita Tiala preparing for takeoff. Entering Terminator mode.
Oh shit, everyone get down! Get down! This hasn't happened since the 90s, Jesus.
Order. Oh my goodness, how many times are you going to say order 3 times in a row? I know it's your job, but you say it a lot, buddy.
Will someone please tell me what really happened? That doesn't include attack helicopters and Terminators.
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. I don't know what kind of voice he would even have. I'd imagine it'd be like a super heroic voice. I don't know why. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin.
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished.
Oh, okay. So now motives are starting to make sense now. It's going under the assumption that he assumed that she would instantly turn on him. Makes sense. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next? What happened? I want to know. I want to know. He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Palmaractus was serious, deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. Wow. I must have blacked out. And then, why in the world did he spare you then?
So, you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I?
What?
Oh no. What?
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. But if you are also a victim, then the court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? No, you're not answering any... Is this gonna go on for another case or two? I don't understand. This case has already been so long and it's playing like the victory, we did it, it's over music. Even though we haven't solved who the murder killer was. I am so very confused. Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well, as finishes the cross-examination of the... Oh, god damn it. Just when Apollo was quiet, and Phoenix was quiet, and Maya's not even here, and Drusie's quiet, you are now making this court session longer. I have to wait every single day before I can go to Pizza Hut. You know how agonizing that is. Actually, now that I think about it, it must be nice when Phoenix isn't in the court. Like, I try to imagine, are there any normal prosecutors and attorneys in this series at all? Like, do they ever have normal, like, traffic light cases? Everything seems to be a super murder around here. It's never just like, John, did you run the red light? No, I didn't. Yes, he did, Your Honor. And then he pulls out some legal book and reads through some laws. I swear. I don't know why it's so evil. Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock! Ebony and Ivory, let's go! What? Those spikes on your head, they're softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin! Almaractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There's more that we don't even know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Alita Tiala, half-dead Dr. Maractus pulling out that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin?
Me, Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Thank you for being that kind of guy. Thank you, for once. Instead of being like, I only wish to see you proven not guilty through the very end, even if I see you holding the victim's head. Well, let's go back over what we learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give it to Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then something happened. He attacked her with his special lamp ability.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That doesn't seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after this crime?
I was just knocked out, dead.
From the state of this clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Yeah, he needed a place to put the body, and he tried to frame his next door neighbor, I bet. That had to be it. He was trying to frame Mr. Eldoon for the murder by putting her in his cart and taking out all the bowls. Either that or he was just using it as transport for the body, which wouldn't make sense because he has his own car. So, I think that's the only thing I can think of. Well, her forehead, care to guess? Wow, when you put me on the spot like that, I can't really think all that straight. Well, Mr. Justice, what did Mr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? I do. The noodle stand. Is it the noodle stand or the bowl? I don't know which one I present. Bowls seem extremely viable. Unless... I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll just present the noodle stand because I have no clue. Oh, good. I bet the bowl would have worked too. You guys are telling me that sometimes these solutions have multiple variables and any of them work? Like there's several earlier where you could have pulled out 3 different answers and they would have all been correct. I actually really like those ones because it's more fun to have them try to open to a broader range of logic rather than have you try to pinpoint what the writer's logical standpoint is. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls from the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand, I think it was pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy. Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Oh, wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Oh yeah, I get my theme going again. Let's go, Trucy.
Let's go. Let's kill him right here, right now.
Oh, Trucy, please stop.
My war flashbacks are coming.
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it, logically. Oh, great. Let's go with logic again. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant Waki Kataki? Objection! I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Wow, you're really giving him a fun time. He's gonna sit at home crying tonight with his little bubblegum gangster action figures and stuff. Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on the diagram. Where would... Okay, so... He put her in the trash can. They'll never find her there, so they'll just assume that she's a Pringles wrapper or something. On the park bench? No, I think this is a rock. Oh, is this water? Is that what this is? Is this a stream? If that's a river, then yeah. That's a river! Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement? Denouement. Yeah, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of the panty-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts in that instant. I don't know what he would shout. Oh yeah, he was like, stop in the name of science logic. I think he's like, what? What? Wait. Hold on, I have something to look at. I have to confirm this. I really do. I need to look at the noodle stand. I need to see this from the... So, is this just a tarp covering both ends? Is that how this works? And she just stuck her hand out with the gun and shot him? I don't know. I feel like she would have had to, like, look through the little tarp area and poke her head out, and Waki would probably have seen her, I feel. But did he see her? I don't know. And even if that's the case, I don't know. Just feels a little weird. But I guess since there's a tarp there, yeah, it could happen. And they couldn't, and there wouldn't be any bullet hole. You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Well, this is a very interesting case, isn't it, Mr. I don't even know. Do the people in the court even have personalities? Well, I should give them names. What would their names be? It's like Samuel, Christopher, and Deborah. Yeah, Samuel, Christopher, and Deborah. Those are the jurors. Well, Miss Tiala.
Huh. Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming.
Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts, always. If you're so sure he's making... I can't talk, I never learned English. I only know Japanese. Konnichiwa.
You guys also told me that apparently in the future, like, the translation for some of the games is awful.
If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why is Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is it true, Prosecutor Gavin? I don't know what's with that laugh. Must I always be the one to point out her forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of her doctor's car. His car.
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has a big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Ugh.
And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand.
Oh, you know what? Figured this out too. His car wouldn't work because Trucy's magical panties were in the tailpipe. So there would have been like a huge problem. And our defendant's without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run it was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, it all rhymes. That was a green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. I also forgot about Mr. Wright. He should come back sometime. This is getting boring. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage, and it ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
Hitting the wall does not help, Mr. Clavier. A glaring contradiction to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
No.
No! He pointed out the thing I'm insecure about.
Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Answer quickly, Cherry Boy. Is that the groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't run, yeah. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put 1 and 1 together and you get 3! Mr. Apollo, I mean to tell you... I'm just kidding, I know it's 4. And the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you could just show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night, or else I'll shoot your health bar with the gun. It would be... Where are your panties, Trucy? There they are. Yep. Let's see now. Panties again!
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth.
Trucy, please be quiet before we have to turn the rating up on this game. Another crime was committed on the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act.
Get back here, I swear I'll get you. I'll end your life. Your miserable life, you filth.
The dog's just sitting there like, what's going on? Wait, why is there a dog? I mean, is it just a street dog, or does Trucy have a dog herself? I don't know. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid.
Oh, that's nice of you, Apollo, to talk about me in that way.
In the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were there investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start, a clogged exhaust pipe. Oh wow, I actually didn't think about this part. I just thought about the fact that, like, clogged exhaust pipes aren't fun.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe they could just break from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Yeah, this guitar riff. Pentatonic scale, someone really loves it. Anyways.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, the car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Oh yeah. I bet you I could play Smoke on the Water. Well, this wraps up your doubts. This wraps up your doubts up. God. This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
Oh, you finally give up? Finally?
Where? Where am I? So dark, can't see, cramped. The pain, my throat's burning.
What's your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did.
Walkie?
You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No! He'll ruin everything!
I'll have to stop. Oh, that's actually a really cool piece of art. I really like how they did that with the black and white contrast. I think that's really neat. And she shot his face off. The judge is sitting there like, wow, another shocking revelation. Who would have thought? Trucy does not even care.
Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
What? She seems so willing to go in. It's so weird. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
That insult. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, come back to my quarters. 5 minutes. I'll be waiting in there with some chamomile tea. And we'll watch the game together. Wink, wink. And he's like, yes, Judge. Of course. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think we already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, her forehead. Looks like it's time to announce the verdict. I thought we already kind of announced it, but I gotta yell it anyway. Zeno, it doesn't matter. Not guilty. Woo! Woo, confetti, could you please stop throwing this? I have to clean this manually. Court is adjourned. Anyone who throws confetti next week, I will shoot with this gun. I don't know how many bullets I have left, but I have enough to take care of at least 5 of you.
Great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did, somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy head attorney with his death wish. Enough, Walkie.
Mr. Kataki.
It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we could call them. Maybe we could help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot.
Huh? What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Oh, is it so he can take care of the, it's so he can take care of Walkie's proper heart surgery, isn't it? I believe that would be it. So, do we checkup report or the Walkie chart? I'm gonna go with the checkup report. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you?
I searched the globe. I found one. A doctor can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure.
But, ma'am, but you got plenty of money already. Didn't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, what? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. His eyebrows. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Please understand, Walkie.
Dad.
Nanda. Man, I see how it is. Oh man, look at you. Always you looking out for
Walkie?
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you, stupid old geezer.
My Walkie.
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. But I know the professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. Oh, well, I'm happy that he found something he likes to do. And he was gone.
Let's get headed back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, don't we make a good team? Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. What? Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure this out, it's her. And the end. Oh no, it's Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Way to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles, right. You gotta stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show.
Trucy, I already told you, see my
show.
with a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, it's a special, all right. Please, anything but him. The end. What a happy ending. Now for Turnabout, Serenade. That's a weird one. Anyways, that was an okay case. I mean, I think the main problem with it is how accepting the entire court is of everything. But aside from the scholar guy, Alita and Clavier and even Walkie, none of them seem to truly have that freak out moment that I love so much. And I think the fact that it's, in a way, such a straightforward case compared to others, it wasn't bad in any way, but it certainly wasn't one of the better ones. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you disliked it, feel free to leave a dislike, although please don't do that, it hurt my feelings. And if you want to become a member of the Dust Brigade today, click the subscribe button. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Riding out.